You are listening to The World As I See It podcast. 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 As I see it podcast.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the podcast. Today we're diving into a topic that is at the heart of everything that I do. It is a word that you've probably heard a lot, and I have said this a lot on my podcast. But, I want to talk about what it looks like in my life and why it's so vital. We're talking about advocacy. Now, for me, advocacy, it isn't this complex theory or a political speech. It is simply the way I navigate a world that wasn't always built with me and other visually impaired people in mind. It is about making sure that I have the same access as everyone else does. And a lot of people think that, self-advocacy has to be this huge, loud thing. But honestly, most of the time, advocacy is just small, everyday conversations. It's something as simple as telling my teachers what I need to succeed in class. It might be saying, hey, when you write on that board, could you please say the words out loud? I'm lucky because advocacy at school, it's actually it's been a very positive experience for me. Everyone there, they're super supportive, and when I advocate for something or point out a need, they really listen and they support me and they make sure that the adjustments are made so that I can keep learning. It's also great to have my parents in my corner to help make sure that everything stays on track so that I don't feel like I have to, be carrying this weight of advocating for myself all by myself. So having that supportive team at school and at home, it makes a huge difference, especially because once you step off campus and into the public, things can get challenging. Out in the world, advocacy, it's about claiming my space as an individual. For example, when I'm at a restaurant, I often have to advocate just to be treated like the person in charge of my own life. A lot of times, the staff will look at my friend and ask them what I want to eat as if I'm not even there instead of just asking me. Advocacy is that moment of me speaking up and talking to the staff myself, showing them that I'm the one ordering and that I can speak for myself. Then there's the flip side. Sometimes people try to help, way too much. Advocacy is also about educating people on where the line is and where I draw the line. It's saying that I appreciate you wanting to help, but I've got this. Or showing them the right way to help, or the right way to guide me if I actually need it. It's about setting those boundaries so that I can maintain my independence. And I'm going to be honest, sometimes self-advocating, it's hard. It's not always easy. And it also means doing the prep work, like calling a movie theater ahead of time to see if they actually have the audio description equipment and if it's working. It's making sure that when I show up to have fun, I actually have the tools that I need to enjoy that movie just like everybody else. And I want to speak directly to my sighted listeners for a second. Sighted people, you can advocate. You can and should advocate too. Your voice can be a huge help in pointing out things that aren't accessible. or that other sighted people may have never realized. But here's the most important part. Don't just assume what we need advocating for. Because if you just assume, you may make it harder for visually impaired people. If you're sighted and you want to help advocate, ask us first. Don't just jump in and start demanding things, on our behalf without knowing what I actually want or what I actually need in that moment. Real advocacy for, if you're sighted, real advocacy, it's about standing with me, not standing in front of me. Advocacy, it's vital because the world was designed for people who can see. It wasn't designed with accessibility in mind. And when I advocate, I'm not just asking for extra or for a favor. I'm asking for the world to be fixed so it's accessible. If I don't advocate, and if I don't speak up and share my opinion, I don't get to experience the movie or order my own dinner or help make the world more accessible and educate. Advocacy is the bridge between being an observer of life and being a participant in it. It's how I make sure that I'm not an afterthought. I do it because I want to live in a world where accessibility is the standard. I advocate because I have a responsibility to myself to be treated with respect. But I also do it for the people coming after me. If I educate a server at a restaurant today, maybe the next blind person who walks in will be spoken directly to, because maybe some sighted people just don't know how to interact, and advocating for myself and educating them could be the reason that they know now. And advocacy is about saying, I'm here, I am capable, and I deserve to be part of the conversation. Thank you so much for tuning in for this episode. If you have any questions, feedback, or ideas for future episodes, please email me at theworldasiseeitpodcast@gmail.com or put that in the comments below. Stay curious.
You've been listening to the World as I See It podcast.